So we have game 7 against drsteelhammer. Powerful name. Powerful name. Anyways, looking at the board, my first inkling was to go pick up a bunch of minions. Get an altar early first to trash, and you could pick up minions with your altar, and that should be it. That should really be it. There's no plus buy on the board. Altar is important because it trashes and it's an extra gain on the board. And there are other nice 5 costs on the board, right? There's Archive and Artificer. Treasury is decent too. So there's a couple of ways I see you could go after this. You could go after a lot of advisors and try to make use of the Artificer to discard things and gain things. So Artificer plus Archive draws actually. Minion kinda just draws in a strange way. But I still think the minion thing is quite strong and resilient and will get you to provinces the quickest, as opposed to this Artificer, Advisor, Archive thing. So I am going to open with a Jester. It junks my opponent a little bit early. That was my only thought. It could have been a minion, not the Artificer, because both Jester and minion both give me 2 coins, which might help me to get to 6, which happens on turn 3. So it's stupidly lucky for me. So far my opponent opened cut per silver on the 4-3, which is perfectly reasonable to try to get to 6 or 5 even. However, they did pick up the 5 and they went for an Archive right away, which again is reasonable to try to get to 6. They could perhaps store things in the Archive until they are ready for it. However, I am seeing, not only did I get Altar by buying 1 silver, only an effective silver in Jester, but now I'm seeing it at the top of a shuffle, and I do pick up an Archive first and now a minion second. The Archive and the minion, the whole point is to try to see this one altar as much as possible. So I will pick up another Archive for now, and I think that is enough Archives for now to be able to see this altar as much as possible. Hopefully once every shuffle. So the Archive will let me see 3 cards, and then the minion could swing. Let me see a fresh 4 cards, so I should be able to go through the deck and find my altar, is the plan anyway, the hope. Speaking of getting lucky, well, we weren't talking about that, but I mentioned it earlier. I pick up an advisor off my opponent with the Jester, so a nice thing it can do, but that is lucky. He has quite a large deck. I really shouldn't be hitting action cards from him right now. So on 6 here, I pause not for a second altar, but for a border village. Now that should allow me to play both Jester and Altar in my deck, and I pick up a minion alongside it. All the while I was considering this Artificer thing. I like Artificer, it's nice when it works, but here I think minion is the way to go, and I'm not really sure why my opponent is not contesting me on the minions. He seems dead set on the Archives and the Advisors, so perhaps he is going for the a lot of cards in your hand kind of deck here. Not triggering the shuffle here, too many good cards will leave it. And I just turn something into a minion. So I'm going after the minions. He seems to be going after drawing lots of cards and perhaps using Artificer for something. But all in all, my lucky start and all this, like, look at this. This is just terribly unfortunate for drsteelhammer. I pick up an Archive off of him. Of course I'll say yes to that. Who says no to a free Archive? Nobody. Nobody in their right mind says no to a free Archive. That's not true. There might be edge cases. Anyways. So here 6 is going to be another altar. Means I want another border village so I can potentially play 2 altars on a Jester. And yeah, we're good here. We are in very good shape. The Archives ensure that I find my essential pieces even while there's still a tad bit of junk in the deck, as does the minions. So here I think this is where I pause for finally for a border village into a minion, and then from here on out, oh my god, please stop. Another Archive for me for free. This is ridiculous. This is stupidly lucky. Like, people shouldn't have to play against this. This is borderline unfair, really. Anyways, so the second border village and picking up a minion with it. Now I'll go after provinces and I'll let my altars pick up minions to empty that pile. not really too concerned about the artificial shenanigans here. I can just hit the provinces hard enough to not give the artificers enough time. So, I mean, much like the last game, this one is kinda over in the middle already here. Look at this, free advisors, free archives. This is the best jester in a long time. And I mean, his deck isn't like chock full of action cards. There's still a bit of junk in it. I could be hitting those instead, but nope. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to use all of our luck right away here. Okay, one thing I do want to mention is that I am trying to use my archives somewhat intelligently, meaning I always want to have either an advisor or a minion on an archive just to avoid any stall turns that may pop up. If I draw magically like Jester, Altar, 2 coppers or something, I might have a minion in the archive or an advisor in the archive that might help me out of that situation. That's the only thing that I'm trying to do here with the archive, just be a little bit sensible with it and try to prevent any potential for stall turns. So finally my opponent manages to get some good luck. He nicks Altar with his Jester. I was very happy for him when that happened. So he has 2 gains now of the Altar, as do I. Still, this Jester has done so much work, is unbelievable. Anyways, it means I'm gonna get dead unlucky in the next 2 games. Okay, so here, right, I already bought a province. I'll buy a second one here and pick up the last of the minions. Piles are a small consideration, but with 5 advisors, neither one of us could empty the pile, I believe. The best case scenario is Altar against 2 advisors, Jester against another one, and then you buy another one. So 5 advisors is fairly safe. The obelisk pile did not at all come into this game. Because now is the time when you would want 4 houses because you have a lot less treasure in your deck, but the end of the game is here. You don't really want to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's not much to say about this game. Just throttle minions, throttle provinces. Because there's no plus buy on the board, I think the minion is the strongest way to go. Because it has the money in it, the 2 coins. And that's what you need to buy provinces on this board, money. So that is game 7. I have 2 more games left, which I might play tomorrow or something, provided the people are around. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next 2. Dr. Steelhammer eventually resigns here. I mean, at least he was a good sport about it. Yeah, so again here, this one we didn't get to enter into a difficult endgame at all. I just had the province lead and he couldn't do anything because there was no way to gain more than 1 province for him. I also had the altar, so I can gain as many duchies as him on a good draw, so really there was just no way out. Not a very interesting endgame, just buy provinces until you win. Alright, once again thanks for watching and I will see you